The more you rehearse the worst-case scenario in your mind, the more your nervous system believes it's real. And when your brain believes the threat is real, it floods your body with signals to retreat. Heart racing, breath shallow, muscles tense. Suddenly, you're not living in the present. You're imprisoned in a future that hasn't even happened. And in that state, even the smallest step forward feels impossible. But here's the breakthrough. If fear is built by repetition, so is confidence. If fear is a story, you can tell a better one. One where you speak and you're heard, one where you leap and you land, one where you fail and rise anyway. Because the truth is, the mind can't tell the difference between imagination and memory. If you can visualize defeat, you can visualize victory. If you can rehearse disaster, you can also rehearse domination. This is the battlefield, not out there, but in here. And the moment you stop accepting fear's script and start rewriting it, you take back control. You don't have to feel brave to act brave. You don't have to feel certain to move forward. You just have to stop giving fear the mic, because the voice in your head is powerful, but it doesn't always tell the truth. And the biggest lie it tells is that fear is your limit. It's not. It's your signal. It's the flag that says you're standing at the edge of your growth. And what happens next? That's up to you. Fear grows in the dark, in silence, in avoidance. The more you run from it, the bigger it gets. The more you try to outthink it, the louder it becomes. Because fear doesn't shrink with time. It shrinks with exposure. And this is where most people get it wrong. They wait for courage to arrive before they take the leap. They wait for the fear to fade before they take the first step. But courage doesn't come before action. It comes because of action. Imagine standing at the edge of a freezing pool. You can dip your toe in, walk away, come back tomorrow, overthink it again, and still feel cold just looking at it. Or you can jump in, shock your system, let your body adapt, and in a few seconds you're no longer afraid. Why? Because you've experienced what your mind exaggerated. That's exposure. It's not about being fearless. It's about being willing to feel the fear and still step forward, willing to look uncertainty in the eye and say, you're not the end, you're the beginning. This is how you kill fear. Not with avoidance, but with exposure. You lean into what terrifies you. You practice the uncomfortable. You make it familiar. And the more familiar it becomes, the less power it holds over you. Speak even when your voice trembles. Show up even when your hands shake. Launch the idea even if it's imperfect. Ask the question even if you fear the answer. That's the work. That's the training ground. Because repetition rewires reality. The first time is terrifying. The second time is uncomfortable. The 10th time is routine. And the 100th time, it's freedom. The people you admire, the speakers, the leaders, the creators, the fighters, they didn't start brave. They started scared. The only difference is they refused to stay that way. They built tolerance to discomfort. They didn't run from the storm. They stepped into it again and again until the thunder couldn't shake them anymore. The truth is, the fear never fully leaves. But you stop flinching when it speaks. You stop shrinking when it rises. Because you've faced it enough times to know it's just a sound. It's just a signal. And it doesn't have the final word. You do. The only way out is through. Through the trembling, through the failure, through the doubt. You walk straight into the storm, not because you're unafraid, but because you know the other side of fear holds the life you haven't lived yet. And that's a price worth paying. If you want to kill fear, you must go to its source, your mind. Because fear doesn't start in the world. It starts in your thoughts, in the silent, invisible stories you repeat to yourself. Stories of inadequacy, of danger, of what might go wrong. Stories that play on a loop, shaping your reality without you even realizing it. And here's the truth. If you don't train your thoughts, they will train you. Left unchecked, the mind becomes a battlefield where fear always wins. But you're not here to be ruled by fear. You're here to reclaim your mind, to take back the pen and write a new script.